want to like watch or listen to them, and I was like, if you want, I guess. And then it was most recent episode 3 weeks. I'm like, oh fuck, something. Either we got shut down already, or
Content strike. Dylan said
Right.
the gamer word.
right.
So this was in my list of concept cars that
Okay.
I wanted just to add it in. Is it the sport concept? Yes. I wanted
I
this
think it's kind of cool.
so bad to actually be
That
a
looks
car.
that looks like a Peugeot from the back.
Yeah, it looks like a Peugeot. I don't know how you say it from every angle,
Yeah,
but this
Peugeot.
is what turned into the
Versa.
Versa. How disappointing.
Did we start?
No, I'm just because I missed a week.
Doesn't that look like a Peugeot from the back?
It does look like a 207. But man, that front.
It's
that headlights are like totally like Nissan
Murano?
Altima headlights. No,
Yeah.
those are like totally Altima headlights.
I just like for this
It's a good looking car.
goofy
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
design language that they did. It was a very
Yeah,
nice
it's
application.
It's way different for Nissan, especially that center dual exhaust.
And I think I had something else, but I don't know, it's why you don't miss a week.
Yeah, you gotta remember when your parents land.
That's funny.
I liked this one too. The Jeep FC.
I remember
Oh, yeah.
this one. Was that from the Moab Easter thing from like
Yeah.
10 years ago?
Yeah, around a full 10 years ago. But pretty cool. They're never gonna make it. These are cooler,
Oh, yeah.
the original ones, but that was my other one. I just love like a cab forward thing.
That is so cool.
I like that it like turns into a 50s car in the back. So
It is, yeah.
what is our concept of the week, or our
Concept of the week, the GT90, I guess. But the topic is
topic? Thank you, English.
cars we don't see very often.
I guess
or anymore.
endangered or extinct cars.
Right.
Endangered species.
Yeah.
May I begin?
Wait, have we started?
Yes, we're
we're
live.
Okay.
Oh, we are?
Yes.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Get the timer ready, bub.
I
The
gotta get
Chrysler
the timer.
Airflow. No. So
Yeah, you don't see those every day.
someone moved in next door to me
Oh,
and
jeez.
had this in black, and he
Yeah.
replaced it with a Dodge Ram, and I was so sad because he drove it here from 1,000 miles away.
Oh,
But
wow.
he's like, just got a good job, time to upgrade, and got rid of it. But I was like, I haven't seen one of those in forever.
Was it the GT by chance?
I don't know if it was a GT. I know it was a Woody, but in
Okay.
black. Was
GT's
it
cool.
what's the GT? The 2.4 turbo or something?
Yeah, it's like the one in the Neon SRT4.
Nice. I kind of love it looking like
the
that.
community behind these people are really dedicated, like really
Yeah.
dedicated. They're very eclectic too.
You don't say.
Yeah, but like you'll see the
that's
dragster
unbelievable.
ones, you'll see these, you'll see people like engine swap them and whatnot.
Did they ever make a two-door non-convertible?
No.
Shame.
We can add that to this and the what the hell is that thing? The Saab 9.3 sedan wagon
Okay,
convertible, no two-door.
gotcha.
Right. Okay.
Bob, do you want to go or should I?
So that's my
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to kind of. So, when I was thinking about the topic, I was like, I didn't really know which direction to go with this. So, I kind of went in like 5 different things, 5 different directions, and kind of wanted to see how you guys kind of thought of it. Like, so for the first one, I thought of cars that are now endangered because a lot were destroyed, but now they're seen as kind of collector's items, or they're starting to gain value, like E30s.
That was my
Miatas.
first car on the list.
Right. So that's like one
for the exact
type.
same reason too.
Right. Okay. So
Anything that got drifted.
right, S13s, perfect example.
Mhm.
Cash for clunkers.
I was gonna
Then
say the Ford Explorers is for the cash for clunkers. You'll see those for that reason.
I forgot about Cash for Clunkers, but that's definitely another. I think that probably fits into one of these 5 different categories that I came up with. But
Okay.
the other one was cars that have, or car models that have become extinct because no one cared about them,
Yeah.
and they're not very good. They weren't made very well, and that's it. They just came and went. And
So
even if they sold well, they just weren't like nice, sought after cars. Like just think of like a Dodge Neon.
I was about to say the Chrysler Cloud cars.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that,
was
that
gonna
was my
yeah,
next one.
the
I
minivans.
well, I remember like talking to my dad about this. I was like, someone I go to school with, he's got a Dodge Dart. It's really cool. He's like, a Dart.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
he's like, what? He's got a sweet Accord. Like, get real. He's like,
Right.
come back and tell me about a Mustang, right? Like, I think
Right.
that the ubiquity of a car leads directly to it going by the wayside. Like, I don't see Beetles anymore, you know.
No, you don't.
It's
So,
true.
I think they upgrade to Volkswagens like GTIs or something.
or like original Beetles. I don't see. I don't see Type
Oh,
3s
okay.
either.
Yeah, so those are tricky, right? Because like a normal Volkswagen Beetle, classic Beetle is, I mean, they made so many of them, and the parts
Yeah.
are still plentiful, and they're not
I think it's more of a
expensive parts for the
third world
most part.
country, maybe. No, like out of the states, maybe.
Sure,
It's like-
yeah. I mean, you go to
like
Mexico, and
Mexico.
they're-
Right.
yeah, for sure. But there's like, I don't even know. It's like, why are those not on the road? Is it just because they drive like shit now? You know, by today's
Right.
standards, you don't really
And
want to drive it every day, so
also-
it is just by default a weekend car.
Well, also you can look at it too. It's how it's if it's stigmatized or how it's maybe frowned upon, like, oh, that old piece of shit kind of car, you know?
Sure. Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
true.
like is it considered like a poor man's car, or because people that typically drive Beetles now are enthusiasts? I would say more than anything. No normal person drives that, I guess you can say.
But then
Yeah.
you get things that were like what are they called? P38 Rovers.
Yeah.
I think they hit a point where they were like, why am I spending money on this?
Well, that was So I think that probably goes into another category too, because there's a lot of cars like that. You look at any old complicated luxury car
Mhm.
that
It isn't
it's
Made-
just
made
it's
by
like
the
if you have the
Japanese.
money to buy it, you could just replace it, right?
Mhm.
and you have to be like, this really soothes my autism, you know, to like keep it on the road. No, it's true. Like
Yeah.
my
Well,
grandpa
it's also
loved
like
collecting weird things, and he leaned into it. But I think for most people, they're like, ugh.
could be like, the saying goes, nostalgia is the most expensive impulse. You know, you want to drive something that you grew up in as a kid, so you'll spend all the money in the world to get that same feeling as when you grew up driving something.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I can
But-
kind of speak to that because my uncle had he had this, and he spent like $75,000 on restoring it.
Wow.
Exactly.
It's a cool car, and he
little
probably grew up
redder.
driving it.
Yeah, it's a cool
Yeah.
car, but for 70,
Yeah.
for
To him,
70, get a
to him,
308
it's the nostalgia that he
Yeah.
drives it for.
because his
Yeah.
entire life was about reconnecting with high school,
Right.
right? But high school's gone because he's 65 years old. But if I'm like, my dad said, yeah, it's a great car, it's a cool car, but it does look like a shoe, you know? And
Yeah.
like, he's like, why not spend the money on anything else?
Yeah, I want this car.
He was like, I had the same guy do the interior that does Tim Allen's cars. Cost me $15,000, and then he immediately hopped in the car with a ballpoint pen in his pocket,
Uh-huh.
and it
This
leaks
car.
and just ruined the
Wow.
whole front seat. So it took
Yeah,
him
I'll have him do
$5,000.
it again.
Made out of
So-
baseball glove leather.
Uh-huh. That's a cool car though.
It's Biff's
know.
car, which I always thought was hilarious because I hated the guy, and Biff is such a comic villain, and he was a
Uh-huh.
comic villain when he was alive. So
Yeah. So I wanted to slight detour. Another category was body styles or car types that are now
yeah.
extinct. So because now consumers want different things, or they
Mhm.
think they want different things, or whatever, right? So now instead of now you get crew cab trucks instead of single cab trucks,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
There's just no single cab trucks for
I don't
sale,
think there
really.
are. There's
It's
not.
Right?
it's impractical, I guess, in a sense. No.
For the new type of truck user, yeah.
I
Right.
think it
So
has a lot to do with
there's-
taxes too.
That's one. The other one is minivans. You don't
Mhm.
really see new minivans
Mm-mm.
anymore. There's
No.
just like 3, and one of them tries to look like an SUV. That Kia Carnival thing.
Or yeah.
I think a new category that we can add to that is, yeah, look at it. It's like a minivan trying to be an SUV.
Yeah, it's muscular.
Is
It's like a
three box sedans, like just a normal
Or
sedan.
coupes.
Um,
How many coupes are there on the market?
I added that as a category too. Small personal coupes that are just normal coupes. Like you used to have the Ford Probe, you used to have even the Ford Escort coupe, you used to have Mazda MX-6, everything, right? I mean,
right. Yeah, it's pretty common.
Starion 300ZX. It's like now you
Right.
get nothing. Now you just get like a Supra, a Z, which are both recycled
Yeah,
components.
that's like a T-bird.
from- right? And
Same thing with the
Uh-huh.
Miata and the Fiat. They're the same thing as well.
yeah. So it's like you don't really. That's not a thing anymore. And then also 3-door hatchbacks are
Yeah.
not a thing anymore.
Oh yeah, those things are dying. Forgot
Yeah.
about those.
Like I think
Yeah,
now
exactly.
there's what Mini.
Kia has a 3-door hatch.
Fiat.
Do you count the Veloster, or are you talking
Well,
about
it's
accent?
the Veloster. Well, I don't know if it's is it a 3 or 4-door because it
I
has
guess
that
it'd be
weird
closest thing to a
it
3-door.
has that weird third door, the half door on the side.
Yeah.
Ford isn't making the Focus anymore.
Ford doesn't make the Focus.
Ford doesn't make any cars besides the Mustang.
What about the Honda Fit or something like that?
No,
the smaller
those were
ones?
Never here.
Those were never 3 doors. And then
Oh, okay, 3-door.
Fiat is gone, right? Fiat.
Oh,
has
you know
left.
what?
Yeah.
Ferrari makes one. Ferrari makes
Oh
one.
yeah. Well, do they still? Do they still make the?
This is so sad.
The Lusso? The Lusso?
Do they
or
still make that Lusso?
I don't know.
I
Actually,
think they do, right?
maybe.
The
I don't know.
Yaris got replaced with a.
Well, the Corolla. Oh no, the Corolla's a 5-door. Never mind.
The Yaris got replaced with the Mazda 4-door sedan. So now the Yaris is just like a Mazda 2 4-door sedan, right?
As a former Yaris owner, this is such a sad. Like when you Google it, this is the first thing that comes up. It's a great car.
Yeah. So that was just another category.
I don't think
Uh,
there's no Yaris at all. They got rid of the Mazda 2. It's just Corolla
Yeah.
now.
Then there was the
I mean, Toyota makes 2. That's the most of anyone.
basically most of anyone.
Honda doesn't.
The other category I made was
Oh, Civic.
car.
Oh, never mind.
They got rid of the
Yeah.
coupe.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a
Never mind,
coupe.
yeah.
It wasn't even a 3-door hatch.
Ugh.
The sedan is clean. It's fine.
Yeah, you're right. I think Mini might be the only one then, huh?
think
Or
it's
the
just Mini, right?
Veloster. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically just a Mini and the Veloster. And then the other thing I came up with was engineering or car engineering choices that are also extinct. So you look at NA V12s, those are gone. Aston Martin, Viper, NA V10, just like all these manual transmissions, obviously, like that's all basically gone now.
Mhm. Big
Um,
engines.
Big engines, basically, right?
Like reliable things that don't have you don't have like a naturally aspirated this is just an engine with
Yeah, that's not a thing anymore.
Single
Even
point.
It's also
fuel injection. I mean, Subaru still does.
also everything's getting replaced with an
Yeah.
electric engine now. Hence the Ford Lightning that got announced or released this past week.
Don't even
Uh-huh.
talk to me about that.
I read like a headline that supposedly it's actually not a bad handling. It handles better than the F-150. It's like it's a better F-150.
So
Oh, interesting.
I wanted to bring this up to you guys. This is like the Honda. It's an aside, but this is you can tour on the website. I like
That's kinda cool.
what they picked for the front, right? racing
Yeah.
motorcycle. What's that? F2,
Or F1.
F1,
Oh, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
S600, and this is where it really gets good. The Cub and a generator. I love that a generator is there, and it looks like a little like guitar amp from the
Mhm.
50s.
Right.
And then you come over here and there's this thing. But I love that.
That is so
I love
cool.
that because the generator is one of the best things that they have.
Wasn't that Honda's first car right there, the F1, and then the S600 was their first street car, I think?
Yeah.
And the race car came before the street car.
That's true.
Well, they
Is this
they
in
like
Japan?
designing. I think so, based on the secretary.
I was looking at the text on the screen in front of the cars.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
don't put this in America. Put it in Japan. That's
well, we just won't pay to go see that.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly.
we wouldn't even go if it was free. We'd just go in there and shoplift.
So then the last category I came up with, and you know, it was basically there were just cars that came out and no one cared. Literally, they didn't sell at all.
Right.
So I guess you can't. I don't even know if you can even call them. I mean, they're definitely endangered, and
Flops?
completely extinct by now. But they're complete flops. No one cared.
Yeah.
They just came and went, and they basically didn't sell at all. And they probably won't ever be collectible.
Hmm.
And the only car that I came up with was, well, just quick. The first car I came up with was the Suzuki Equator.
Ah, yes.
The Fisker Karma.
Kizashi.
No, the Equator.
No, I'm saying that too.
That one had a bit of a cult following. Well, maybe just in the websites. I
Ooh, what
went to.
about the Subaru SVX?
See that? I mean,
This one looks good.
I feel like those. See, I don't know. It's
They're
right?
cool
Like,
now, but they were flops back
cool
then,
now,
though.
right? Yeah.
Right.
So I think that kind of fits into the first category where it was like cars that are mostly gone now. Like a high
Right.
percentage of them are not
Mhm.
surviving, but they're starting to become collectible.
Right.
So you
Like,
mean
we
like a Chrysler Airflow?
No. So I didn't know which way to go with this.
No, this
actually.
is a good list.
Yeah.
I struggled to even know. So I was just kind of wondering, like, where did
We
you
could-
guys kind of find yourselves going?
I personally thought about cars. I try to revert to childhood. Like, what car did I kind of like
Mhm.
and what I saw frequently, and then I think about it. I was like, I don't see any of these cars ever. It's more of a nostalgia more than anything, I guess.
I went
see.
straight to like that was everywhere and now it's gone. So that's why I said like S13 and like Isuzu's the entire brand.
Or more
Yeah.
like they had impacts on me growing up, like from movies or from TV
Yeah.
shows or a Hot Wheel or a Lego or something like something, or for magazine covers kind of stuff.
I have one of those
Yeah.
too, where it has like just like clapped out dude mobiles. Like when I was a kid and I went to Tijuana, everyone had like just disgusting, huge, rusty American cars. And then I went
Right.
back like 5 years ago and they all had Forerunners. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this isn't Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
I need like an LTD with 3 rows of seats in it. That's what I remember as a kid.
Mhm. It's like here's an example. Like I remember growing up, I would see a lot of Chevy Astrovans. I'm like, where are they now? I don't know. Like my
Yeah.
neighbors had one, or even the what do you call it? The Ford one, the Windstar or whatever else. it's called, I
Aerostar?
think?
There was the Windstar,
Aerostar?
the Aerostar was the one that was more to the.
So I will answer for you. All of the remaining Astrovans in America
Clash
came
Clunkers.
to Salt Lake City. There are
Hmm.
so
Oh yeah, there's
many
a lot.
so many 4-wheel drive Astrovans here.
Okay.
And Safaris. These are kind of cool because they are basically a Bronco 2. So some of these are all-wheel drive also, but they're
Oh shit.
See, also this entire interior is right out of my Bronco.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I mean, they're cool.
I'm not a fan of them. Here comes you like the ugly car thing, right?
No, yeah, no. It's like I have no argument. No. Yeah. They're dumb, but I like them. Yeah.
That steering wheel, I've seen it in other cars. I forget which
I
other
like
Fords
those
I've seen
wheels.
it.
Yeah. I see this photo and I just say this.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Can I
just
just say,
like
Doug has been just like,
On fire.
no, he's just been so annoying lately. It's like, bro, this guy literally is just like doing all of the cars that like they don't do anything. Like they're not meaningful, really. You know what I mean? He just had one on the Suzuki Sam or the Subaru Sambar, the K minivan.
That car sucks.
is it?
It's
It
just like
has. Was it a bunch of old cars in a row?
I don't know, but
Typically,
I was
well,
just
he
like,
mentioned. Oh, sorry.
oh, okay. Well, there's a
Well,
thing. There's a reason for it.
typically I've heard like I heard an interview somewhere. If he starts doing a bunch of old cars in a row, that's because he went on vacation. He filmed these ahead of time.
I think
Okay.
like 90% of what he does now is he just like does shit that's on his auction website because he makes more money, more money
That's
off
Mhm.
that.
that was what I was thinking. Honestly, like that's what it looks like to me. Is
That too.
he has such a vested interest in in raising awareness and increasing like participation in his website, so like people will just come and get into these like, ooh, wouldn't that be so cool if I had like a tiny Honda Acti? Aren't those so cute? Like, you know
I
what I mean? And
need a
then,
Nissan POW.
yeah, and like he's gonna get a commission off that sale.
Like
So the whole
20%.
system is like, I don't know. It's like the whole little like world that he created. It's like it just seems like way too greedy. But I mean, good for him, I guess.
I'm not
Mhm.
jealous, but good for him. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't help the like it creates another Bring a Trailer, which I feel
Which
like is not good
used
for
to be
the.
awesome. Like
Yeah, it used to
Bring a
be
Trailer was
awesome
awesome when it was like we found this on Craigslist, go buy it. But now it's
because
like
that was
this is a
yeah.
one of one base model.
And you know what's funny is when I was making this list, I kept thinking back to when I was in high school, sifting through Craigslist and just being able to type uh Alfa Romeo 75 or Milano or whatever,
Yeah.
and seeing 5 results. And now nothing. Like now it's just you're lucky to get a
This is
2003
special.
fucking Ford Taurus or Ford Contour, whatever the fuck they called it, the Taurus.
The beaters from our childhood.
Yeah, and it's like though that's what I kind of like was thinking about this whole time where I'm like that's gone now. Like
Hmm.
being able to just search and find like a a driver, like not a clean, not a beat up car, but just a driver. Uh, I don't know, old BMW for $2,000. That's gone. Like, yeah, these are used cars now.
15,000.
So
Right.
yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like
Yeah. No. No. You make a good point with like categorizing a lot of
it.
these, like the reasoning why they're extinct or becoming endangered.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of shitty that like Dylan touched on it, but the fact that it's like these cars aren't very collectible, but we've figured out or we've convinced ourselves that they must be for some reason because it's like a kind of rare color
Right.
of a normal car with this option, and it has like one little key thing, like it has a manual transmission and an
We sound like
Infinity.
a Corvette owner trying to sell their
Yeah,
Corvette.
it's like exactly like a Corvette, like Corvette owners.
My car was the first all black convertible Z51 automatic
Yeah, and
package
it's
in
like
California.
it's just a Corvette, dude. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point of a
it's
Corvette is that it's cheap. Sorry.
yeah, that's
You know?
that's the reason for its success. Is that it's a well-engineered car for not a lot of money.
With a wide dealer network.
Yeah, that's nice.
But like these cars, like there's nothing special about this. It's
Sure.
just a used like a used Yank tank with, parts bin, whatever. But these are $60,000. It's just fake scarcity.
Even just the normal,
real scarcity, I guess.
even
but
just the real, like just the normal Fairlanes, like not the one with like the big ass 428.
409, I think it is, or 396 or whatever it was.
oh, this one sold for 7,006, but I think it's
Well, who knows when? And
2020.
okay, well, that's a tricky year
Yeah.
to use as a data point.
They were giving shit
Uh,
away.
Well, there were in the beginning. I
They'll
remember
pay you
seeing
to take
motorcycles for like $1,000, like in the first month of the pandemic.
Hmm
That's when I bought my car. I think I got a great deal.
Yeah.
I bought my car way before the pandemic.
Plandemic.
Hmm
So I don't know. Sorry, I know I totally derailed the conversation. So if you
Right.
guys have anything you want to share, I'm all ears.
Mm,
Any cars in particular? Because
I have a
I'm
car that this car might have lost interest because I don't know if it got discontinued. It might have gone just kind of stale and boring, and people lost interest. But it was the Lincoln Town Car.
Ah, yes.
Just like especially when they had like those had those like the key entry on the side of the door too. Perfect
Yeah.
hide and go seek spot.
So, one of my friends, we went and bought one of these for his daily. He sold it and got us like a 2-year-old CTS. It was a great car, but I think that these, when he and I were looking for them, I think it kind of like speaks to why these went away. Is
Only old people drove them too.
yeah, the buyers died, right? Because people who were like body on frame is the only way to live. And then
And it has a full size trunk.
yeah, right. My golf clubs. And then I think that they just became fleet vehicles,
Yeah, taxis or airport like shuttles or something.
Well, we got like really deep into it. So there's like the executive line and then there's another line. And when we were looking, like 95% of them were old fleet vehicles. I'm like, you don't want a used fleet car, man.
Right, everyone beats the shit out of them.
I like these.
Or they idle for like 3 days straight before they need to be used.
Yeah, without any oil ever getting moved anywhere. It just sits down in the sump. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I was really struggling.
That's a car out of like Atlanta or something.
Yeah,
looks
right.
like it got Dubai plates.
Imported from Atlanta.
This thing can drift.
Those are probably $1 million plates right there.
Right, pure gold, everything.
Look at the
I had a real hard
from
time
America.
trying to come up with actual cars that I used to see. Like I couldn't remember cars that I used to see and that I don't see now because I was driving around and I'm like, oh shit, it did change. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But it was interesting to see the cars that are still around. Like you still see 25 years later. Like, of course, Toyotas, Hondas, sure, those are great. But E39s, I feel like I still see a lot of E39s.
I do actually. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
and I was surprised because I'm like, all the other BMWs are just like, they're just deteriorated. Like there's the 3 Series that have been drifted and crashed.
Right.
I don't know. It's like
BMWs are lease cars. You get them for 3 years and get rid of them.
Yeah. I'm surprised at how many E39s I still see.
Well, no, and anytime I do see an E39, it's always an M5 too.
Yeah, so
I see 540s cruising around.
I rarely see them.
I see those too.
I researched them because I wanted one real bad because it's a V8 and a stick, and apparently these are like oil change plus stay ahead of coolant lines. So maybe that's why they just didn't have time to mess them up. Because isn't that engine family like one of the last 1980s designs?
The V8?
Yeah.
Or the inline? Oh,
the V8.
No, actually, it came out early 90s. The M60. That's the successor. Yeah. But I think they fixed a lot of the problems from the M60. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it had that nickel thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nicosil.
Old Porsches had that issue too, where the cylinder linings would start flaking a lot. Like the 996 and 7s, I think, had that issue.
Yeah, I'm down with this.
Yeah, I know it's great. I like them a lot.
Look at the epoxy.
That's what I was gonna say. It's the plastic cracking that gets me.
They try to super glue it together.
Yeah, it looks
Looks like
it.
it.
But yeah, that 5 series right there is a good call. You see they're rare, but you still see them.
You still see them, right? And then the other one
Yeah.
that I still see a lot of is GMT 800s.
Yep.
That's all the
Those
cousins driving them.
Yeah, but those are 20-year-old trucks too. 22-year-old trucks, and like there's
What
a
they have
lot. I see them
LS2s or LS3s
every single day.
They
see
had
one.
LM7s, which is a 5.3.
Oh wow, okay. I thought they had a 6-liter.
Iron
That was kind of the
block.
base. The
Yeah,
base
the
one
base was
yeah.
a 4.8 for a single cab.
But that was, I think, an
And then-
optional downgrade.
That was
okay.
like WT.
Yeah, like it was like a no cost or like a reduced cost thing. So it was
Yeah.
like not the base one.
But pretty much
You
all
know
of
what I
them
mean?
are iron block, aluminum head, and then if you got a double cab, auto 4x4 short bed, you get the aluminum block, so those are valuable. And then the 2500's got a 6.0.
Yeah.
And then the real cool one, I think it's a 6.0 all aluminum, is the Saabs.
Oh, the 97X.
Yeah.
Those had an LS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like they were basically Trailblazer SSs.
Yeah.
97X Aero, my mistake.
But these
But then there was that one, right? The one on the left, the red one, the Super Sport.
those had a 6.0 Vortec
I think
Max.
those. Yeah, they did. Okay.
Oh man, for some reason I thought they had the Vortec or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was all the way up to the big block V8, right?
Yeah, it's a separate family. The 8.0. What's it? 486.
8.1.
8.1.
It was a Vortec 8100.
Oh, that's right. Remember Ryan had that one, and it was like a suicide machine.
It was actually really quick.
It was disturbing because it had no chassis whatsoever.
You can get it in the Avalanche.
Yeah,
and
you
then
could.
just like the 2500.
That's a lot of engine. Jeez.
And they don't make much power. They're just like towing machines. Like they're just
torque.
thankless.
There it is, down a bit. There it is.
L18. Same bore as a 450. I love that Chevy's like, just keep it. Like there's all this stuff that like Chevy does a new generation, new engine. They're like, we're gonna keep 90% of it. Like
they stroke the engine.
But it's like a different family, but they're just like, yeah, we'll just keep it. Yeah, 210 horsepower.
Jeez.
But our friend in high school had one, and it was really scary because he'd be like, you guys want to go 100 on a street?
Hold my beer.
He had it in like a Silverado or whatever, like a crew cab long bed.
Yeah.
So it was a big ass truck too. What's funny is he got that thing in high school. I remember him telling me the story. He got it from a Ford dealership, so his whole thing was they wanted to get rid of it. That was, and this was like in 2008, 2007 when he got it.
Yeah,
and it was only like a 6-year-old truck, and he got it for 24. And now, if that truck is clean, it's still probably worth $20,000.
Oh wow! It's like the diesel and Suburban we have as well. They're skyrocketing.
That's ridiculous.
The OBS kind of stuff right now is kind of in style.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Well, whatever becomes scarce.
Right.
I like this Silverado, Suburban, Chevy 1-ton truck, Avalanche, Top Kick, Workhorse, the T98 Combat with a K, of Russia, U-Hauls, and boats.
I saw today something that surprised me. It was a Ford F650 with the Triton V10.
Oh no shit!
I did not think that those came. I would figured something that big would come with a diesel.
Right. Like either inline 6 or V8 diesel.
Yeah.
Well,
is that the same body style they used to convert for like shack or something, like even street purposes? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
But it
watch.
was like a work
Go
truck.
down
like
one,
this was-
Dylan. Go to the right slightly on the far right. The third one down. That one. Oh, the one below it.
Oh shit. Like
That
that.
one. See, it's like
Oh.
it's like a street version. See.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like a Ford top kick.
I
You know
hate that.
the thing about these that everyone forgets is that these aren't made for us, right? They just use the part.
No.
Well, like everyone knows that, but the part that everyone forgets is that like companies will use yard fuel and they don't have diesel yard fuel. You know, because they fuel up on site, or like the oil refinery that I work at, all the trucks never leave the property. You just leave
Uh-huh.
them. They just leave them in the ignition, and you walk away and you put the car in park and leave the doors unlocked. So they don't have. You're like, why do they make cars without automatic locks? Well, because these closed property trucks, they don't want the doors to lock at all. You just walk up
Right.
and take it.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah, the one I saw was like it had like a 20-something foot box on
wow.
the back,
you love to see it.
which I just thought was too much truck for that engine.
Right. It's like that one guy I showed you with the long Dodge pickup that customized it.
Uh-huh.
Was it a triple cab?
I don't know. No.
I like
No?
the long hauler. Look at the Dodge Ram long hauler. It was a SEMA build.
Is that the one that has like the huge extra gas tank behind the
Yeah, that
cab?
one.
Yeah.
Look at the side, bro.
It's ridiculous.
The Mega Cab 8-foot bed dually width.
It's like it
But-
holds like 100+ gallons or something like
yeah,
that, right?
it's
Of
a
diesel.
stupid amount of diesel. Oh, someone made it into a limo.
I
Okay.
love bad photoshops.
Yeah.
You know what I saw this week that I actually see periodically in Utah, but I had not seen in it in 2 decades in California.
Uh-huh.
These are still rolling around.
Oh, I love those.
The
The Centurion.
Bronco
Oh,
Centurion.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, those
So-
are cool.
Is that just is that like a suburban equivalent?
Yeah, but the back comes off.
Oh no shit. Oh, that's kind of cool actually.
But it's, Centurion that does the big, stupid, ugly vans.
I love those. Yeah, I saw that on
Yeah,
RCR.
see? So it's a 3-row.
Oh, that's kind of cool actually.
Yeah, they're
Luis,
neat.
have you seen the Centurion van that he's talking about?
No.
Oh my god, please. Dylan.
Well, that thing I've seen that before. Yeah.
Cabriolet. It's European.
Mm-hmm.
It is so cool.
That is hideous to me.
It's ugly, but I love it.
I was trying to find it to get a photo of it because there's like
Uh-huh.
one of these rolling around that is like powder blue,
Yeah.
but it's cut into a pickup truck. Puck up, yeah.
How are we
So-
doing on time, Bob?
10.
Okay.
It's this, right? But they took this off and then they put a dually bed on the back and painted it powder blue.
Okay.
Wow.
And it is like so assaulting, and the dude's always driving like 80. Nice rendering.
That is a
Yeah.
nice rendering.
Yeah.
Go you.
You can
sir.
buy those renders. Oh, that's the website, I think. Square or
Square.
whatever. You can buy them for like $200.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Vandura. I've tried to get a photo. I know where he works.
Uh-huh.
I've triangulated his position, but
Hmm.
you know what I used to see everywhere that is now starting to go away?
Really?
I'm seeing less and less and less of these.
Yeah.
Are they still like what they basically cost when new?
More.
Or are they finally kind of
They're 40.
just
I was gonna say they're popular with the off-roading community because
40.
you can supercharge them.
You can do whatever. They're indestructible.
Right.
$40,000 for that?
For actually, you want to see something cool?
No.
No, you don't.
Show me. Yeah.
Show me. It's below me.
You told me about this.
Yeah. Maybe they stopped making it in South Africa.
No, but you mentioned that they still sell it, right? Or they, I guess, up until recently. There it is.
there we go. So it's 800,000 rand, which is a lot.
Just type in. Yeah, there you go.
Woof.
Wow, $50,000.
But a lot of these
That's not-
countries have really
Yeah.
aggressive tax. rolled
Yeah,
in.
that's how it is in Mexico too. It's like $60,000 for
Yeah,
a
'cause look, this is
Focus
$1 million.
RS.
That
That's
hurts.
that's nutty.
Ooh, look at this.
That's kind of
Single cab.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna file that,
like that.
under ugly, and if they sold it here, none of us would care. But since they don't, it
Right.
looks really cool.
It's a
Right.
collector
well, the
item.
76 and that is such a nice truck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Both of those.
these
Kind
have
of
a
funky looking, but cool.
they have a crazy 4.5 liter twin turbo diesel V8. It is nuts.
Is
And
that the KZ engine?
I love the manual transmission.
That is such a nice truck.
4.5 liter V8 diesel.
4.2, 4.8.
Uh,
I think the 4.2 is a straight
Is it a
6.
two-door?
The 2-door is a 78. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that is so cool.
yeah. These are neat.
Yeah,
They're troop carriers,
yeah.
so they have center-facing back seat.
I've seen them. I just didn't know that that's what they were selling still in South Africa.
Yeah, well, everyone's like, they're going to stop selling it soon. They're going to stop selling it soon.
I bet.
I like this one too.
You got another car, Bob?
Do I? I don't know. No, actually. I think we kind of ticked all the ones. I was gonna say Corrado, but that was not really ever a good seller. They were just not. They're just
I
not
have
on
one
Craigslist
car.
anymore like they used to be.
I don't know if this is from. What was that?
I said Dylan has to work on his typing.
Oh, yeah.
You have like a.
It's really
like
weird
a
because
1 in 20 characters
I
or something.
I'm actually a really good typist, but if I can't
Sure.
hear the keystrokes, I start messing up for some reason.
Oh,
I
really?
can't hear them through the headphones.
You need those hollow. What do they call open back headphones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Open back circumaural.
Right. The car that I actually grew up driving it, and I don't know if it's the company got shut down, and I don't know if it's just negligence as well. But this any Saturn, like those the small 2-door, I forget what you call them.
You had a Saturn?
No, my mom's neighbor had one. It was like the
SC?
L something or SC something like that.
SC is the. So it was Saturn, and then it was L, C, or W.
So
She had the sporty one on the far right. Yeah, that one.
That's the one, SC1.
Okay.
Look at
I
that.
thought
Yeah,
it was-
well, that goes back to one thing, the category that we talked about, where it was like car styles. This is definitely a type of car that you don't even see anymore.
Oh, definitely. That looks like an Oldsmobile a lot for some reason.
Yeah,
me,
kind of
kinda.
does.
I kind of love the two-tone. See, these are like, I hate to bring my dad up again, but he's like, I remember when Saturn came out, and they were like, it's like a Japanese car, but it's made by Americans. So it's got a twin cam if you want it, single cam for everyone, stick shift
too, yeah.
that is nice. It's
Pop-up
economical.
headlights.
All plastic body panels, right? Won't ever dent.
Mhm.
He said you can get a 2-door, you can get a 3-door, you can get a wagon, you can get a sedan, and then they just kind of stopped caring.
Sorry, I just realized I misspoke. The 1 and the 2 were the trim levels, right?
Yeah.
Not the
So
generation.
SC2
Right.
is the 2-door, and this is the SC3 with the suicide door. Great cars, and like by all accounts, I have heard very reliable outside of a little bit of oil consumption, which in America is enough to doom a car.
Right. Fun fact: when my mom's friend bought this car, if he had kids, they would record the dealer would interview the kid and ask kind of basic details with the kid in case the kid got lost and they got found, and they would give you a VHS tape and leave it in the trunk of the car.
I love
Really?
that. That's so cool.
Yeah. So they're like, "What's your name? What's your favorite?
Wow.
Where do you live? What's your favorite sport or your favorite drink? Whatever." Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So these were very, very good, and then the LWs. No, not LX, LW. Goodness.
L200.
Take your headphone.
L200?
Take one of your
It was just
headphones off.
L200.
Yeah, right. There we go.
Yeah, those are
These
cool.
were apparently horrific. I think they're like Opel rebadges or badge overs, whatever you want to call it.
But they have the bigger inline 4.
But remember how much of a hit the Saturn Aurora was? I think it was called
Aura.
Aura. Okay, That thing was a
It was
crazy
it was
hit.
Motor Trend Car of the Year in
Yeah,
2008 or 2007, I
that's
think.
like a Vauxhall, right? I think.
Opel,
Yes.
Vauxhall, yeah.
It
Okay.
was.
And then these,
That's
I
not a bad
wanted
looking car.
I wanted this really, really badly.
Those were cool. I liked them
The
back then.
3-door
Mhm.
XR was
Yeah.
a handsome little car. And I remember
Look at
looking.
look
In
at the
England, they
Vauxhall
had one
Astra
with,
VXR.
Yeah, in England they had one with 250 horsepower.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a
They
good
still
looking car.
that one's like 270, yeah,
Mhm.
or even more now.
Hey, look, it's a 3-door hatch.
Newton meters.
And they're just about to come out with the next generation Astra, which looks that yellow one. Yeah, that's it. I think it looks kind of cool actually.
That was kind of retro.
Yeah.
We may also add to the list all generations of
Oh, yeah, well,
just gone.
I saw the new one.
Well, yeah, I wish you had.
Oh, you mean the original 3? Yeah.
Yeah, the original ones. Like
Mhm.
Hondas don't last if it snows. They just disintegrate, and there's some
Oh,
left
okay.
here, but they are really, really, really sad. Like you could put a grapefruit through the fender on all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of love that, even though it's ratty.
Mhm.
I still want
Oh,
one.
Yeah,
I
no,
still want
definitely.
one. I saw an RSX the other day.
You want it for its looks or for its engine or both?
Yes.
Both. I like
Okay.
the chassis. I like the looks. Honestly, though, it's one of those cars where I like everything about it, and I find myself like obsessively reading about these cars and like the different
Mhm.
engines and different builds that people have done with them. And I'm like, and I love the way they look. But when I sit in them, not that exciting.
Mhm.
They're just
They were-
not. They don't really do anything for me. Like when
It's-
I ride in
Mhm.
or drive a DC2
It's
or a
the
DA.
engine, right? That really kind of gets your Jimmy's
I
Russell,
feel like
guess.
it's more my imagination that gets
Or
me
your
excited about
nostalgia,
them.
maybe. Just from
Yeah,
playing
and
video
it's like,
games.
but it's not really there. Like, don't get me wrong. One of the best sounding cars I've ever heard in person was like a built DC2 Type R.
Okay.
It
yeah,
sounded
but that's not
amazing.
real, right? Like you're not.
No,
gonna get
it
one of
was
those.
like this guy. Yeah, this guy has like a unicorn, right? Like,
Oh yeah, definitely. Type R built. Come on.
yeah, like blueprinted Type R built,
Mhm.
and it sounded amazing. But that's like 1 in a million Hondas.
Oh,
Right?
definitely. Yeah. Anytime I see an Integra, I think of that video of the guy downshifting flying into like a cornfield.
Hence why all the cool cars that were ubiquitous are not.
Mhm.
Right.
Drop 3 gears and disappear.
Right. Drop 3 gears. Oh shit! I'm in first. My engine just blew up.
Yeah, my rims.
My rims.
Wait, I
Is
think
it that? Yeah, it might be that first. Or no? If you go, yeah, that go up.
Oh god, there's so many good ones.
Is it or is
Go
it
to the one
speed
that-
shifting?
No,
that I'm
hold
thinking
on,
of?
listen.
No, no,
We'll go
you
back.
passed it.
Guys,
It was.
this is the guy I think of.
Oh, is this the black guy? Yeah.
Oh, that one's cool. That's a Turbo K20 EK, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Can you please search oh shit, that's fast? The 4th video? Wait, that's not the
Here's my
original one.
K20.
Yes.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
K20.
VTEC. Oh shit, that's fast.
I gotta pull you guys into like a video watching session of
That's
the
a 502
Street
70
Racing
run.
Chronicles.
Yeah,
one
there's
day.
a lot more Honda videos out there, like just like
Mhm.
this. Luis and I have probably seen them
We've gone
all.
through the rabbit hole.
Yeah. My rims. Oh
yeah, it's that
there it
one.
is.
Scoot forward like a
That's
minute.
not the original one though, is it?
Yeah, it is. This is it.
Okay.
Basically, with having their street racing, there's a left-hand turn coming up. This guy doesn't brake in time and fucking rides up on a curb.
We don't
The
go
guy on the
for
left, he is braked.
Just
You can hear
listen.
him-
Hit that
Don't
rev
move it.
limiter.
Turn it up a little, please.
We're at max.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Just
let me.
watch
Oh, mine
right
then.
now.
Oh hell no, dude! Shit! Turn up the phone, dude! I mean, turn up the fucking video!
My rims.
Fuck! Oh hell no! My rims!
Oh hell no.
My dad's gonna be hella pissed.
By the way, I don't know if you heard that was 45.
Okay.
Well, that's
Okay. I can start sending my pictures.
I'm gonna take 10
Okay.
seconds and run to the lavatory,
Go
and
ahead.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty. So I guess we can talk about cars we still haven't seen for another minute or two.
Yeah, yeah, whatever.
Trying to think. What's a car?
Old Volkswagens, Mark IIs, Mark IIIs.
Oh yeah. Maybe
I
they
feel
got all scooped up by the racers. Maybe.
I feel like the only like reliable Volkswagens out there were the diesels, like the original diesels, like
Okay.
or SDI, which was like the predecessor to TDI.
Okay.
Those are still out there.
Okay.
I'd say probably in stronger numbers now than the gas.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was because the gas ones were all crashed. I don't know, or they just broke and no one cared. It's a combination of things, right? Like they're not made as well as the Japanese versions.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, that could be it.
I think golden era Hondas are harder to find now than ever. Like EFs, EGs, they're really hard to find and they're a lot of money. But those are all just scooped up by people that know that basically they're just gatekeeping the whole thing. Like they know that they want the values to go up. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They buy them with the intent of
Holding on to
driving
them
the
and
price
selling them,
up.
maybe.
Yeah.
Mm,
And so those are kind of hard to come by now.
okay.
Uh,
Well, like we mentioned, what we talked about E30s, right?
oh yeah, briefly.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those are hard. Those are really overpriced, I think, for what you're getting.
I still
Uh,
see for some reason, at least where I live, I still see a bunch of Fox bodies.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't see
There
many.
there used to be a Cobra Fox body around here. Like, it was painted red too, which I don't know if they like. If I don't think it was a Cobra R, but it was a Cobra.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's really cool.
I don't feel like this will ever like turn around either. I feel like it's just gonna get
No.
progressively more difficult to find these cars. Um,
Toyota Celicas, maybe? I don't
oh
know.
wow. Uh-huh. Which one?
Any of them really?
Yeah, I guess you don't see them very much.
Not at all. No.
That was kind of an underrated car because I feel like it's didn't hit the same way like an RSX
Civic?
did or a Civic Coupe because
Did they have
I
the
think-
one Z engine or whatever, or the one ZZ1?
yeah,
what
they had
call
the
it,
one
or-
ZZ and the two ZZ and the
Okay.
nicer one, but I've heard really good things about those Celicas, the last generation Celica.
Sorry about that.
Right.
But I feel like they didn't kind of stay around in the same way that RSXs and Civic Coupes did. Even if they probably sold just as well.
Those the last gen Celicas.
Yeah,
Well, they were like super price point cars before
they were.
Well, like
Weren't they like 19,000 for like a
they were
a base
the
GTS or
the-
like not a
the-
base but like
pre-Scion. So like Toyota did this whole line
yeah, they did.
in 2000 or like 1999. Like that RAV4 is a like super price point car.
Uh-huh.
So they kind of tried to do like no, not even 1999. Like yeah, this one.
Well, that's when the Celica came out.
Maybe it's 2000. But that and the Corolla and the Matrix
MR2 Spider.
MR2 Spider, they had like plastic windows and stuff.
Huh. I kind of want to buy one of those.
These
The-
are awesome.
The little stupid two-door.
Mhm.
I like the two-door.
So Luis and I can go cruise.
I have a Toyota too. Not. I like these because they don't have a real bumper, and for domestic use, they just like grafted on this extruded tube of aluminum in the back.
You just take it off?
Yeah, well, the rest of the world didn't get it, but
Yeah.
for the American market, yeah, these are going to be really cool in a couple of years. These and like Vitaras.
I already like them. I saw some guy swap in a 3S GTE into one.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
In a couple of years, you're going to hear this.
Yeah. No,
I,
dude,
I
it's
love
gonna happen in, like, a
these
month.
two-door little things.
That guy's obsessed now with just like covering every single car.
throwaway Japanese. Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I showed this picture last week or not. I don't know if it was like in between episodes. I don't know.
I really like
Okay.
these. Those T-birds.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
I like the
Bob, do you like that Accord on the side?
Yeah, I do.
those are great cars.
That's a coupe too, huh?
Yeah, it is the coupe.
Like when what was it, Die Another Day?
It's right,
I didn't
it's right
know it was
there,
in
I
a
think.
James Bond movie.
Yeah,
That's
it
funny.
was. He didn't
It's right
drive
there.
it, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Halle
can see
Berry
it.
did, and it was in this coral pink.
Yeah,
And
you can see it there in the.
like
she's
my
standing right in
mom
front
was
of it.
like, I need it.
Uh-huh.
We got to have this in our driveway.
Well, you got the Mustang convertible.
Yeah, and then right,
That
like,
was when I met you. Was a New Edge
yeah,
Mustang, red with the white top
white leather. That
and
thing
white
was-
leather. So I guess it makes sense. She got what she wanted.
But these were like 4 times as much. I think she got that for like 19.9 or something.
Okay.
The
But-
T-Birds were more, but I don't think they were like crazy.
I want to see one of these T-birds with the sticks swap into it. I don't think it's
Oh,
gonna
that'd be cool.
I don't think it would make it any better though. I think they're kind of the last personal luxury car anyways.
Would be cool though.
Yeah. For a cruiser.
With like a yeah, kind of like a. I mean, I'm just picturing like an Aston Martin where it's like you could still enjoy it with the manual. If you get it with the
Mhm.
manual and you make it handle, but don't sacrifice the ride too much, it's it's kind of cool. It's like still a cruiser. It's still a unique body. It's not just a Mustang. But
Jeez, that has that tired bump.
fuck that, dude.
That is-
It's
is
not.
that-
It's like a stick-on thing.
It's not a Landau,
Right.
it's not a Monte Carlo. What are those called? Continental kit.
Mhm. I don't know if that FX like gives it downforce or not a drag.
Right, probably fucks up the
And
something.
see the one behind it? It has a fake
Yeah.
64 T-bird.
Buttress. Yeah,
What are those? I don't remember. I can't remember my.
buttress.
At least he got the little pilot window. What do they call it? The pilot hole on the side by the B pillar.
Porthole.
Porthole. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Excellent. My man.
that's a clean one. I like those early ones with the.
Is that what your
steel.
dad? Is that what your dad has?
He has a later one with the fiberglass
Okay.
bumpers, but it's the
Okay.
same roof and the same rear window because the last years of the C3 got like a almost kind of like a Viper style hatch, but it didn't
Okay.
open. So if you just see like an 81 or 83, sure. Yeah, like one of those.
I think
Yeah,
let's try.
you got like the 1 year that they didn't. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But that doesn't open.
This is like Casanova Frankenstein's from Mystery Men.
So
That's
you
like
can-
Super
you can just
C4 right there,
Throw
kind
shit
of
in the
evolving.
back. And he actually even in the original, the other one the one you saw, you can throw stuff, but it goes underneath.
Underneath.
Yeah, it goes
it's like a
underneath.
shelf.
And when we were little, my sister and I would ride in it, and my dad would just drive us around in the C3, both of us.
No
And
shit.
anytime it was like, like when we were on the road, I would have to hide in that. I'd have to hide in that hole behind the two seats.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I would basically fit there and just kind of lay there for a while.
You got to
Yeah.
you got to get him this plate, man.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, maybe I will.
Isn't his a 76?
His is a 76,
'Cause it
and he has
has-
special wheel cap. It has special wheels, alloy wheels.
Oh, you sound like a
That-
Corvette owner.
No,
I'll
but
stop.
this is actually really cool because he's had it forever, and Manny doesn't actually give a shit. He's just like,
Right.
it's my car.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool, man.
Oh, actually, you could see it. I mean, did you
This
just
one?
search 76?
Yeah.
It
Here,
has
I'll
the
take out
it has the
bicentennial.
just search. Yeah, 76 had a different style. It's like that. It's basically that.
This is the first car I ever did
Different-
donuts. Well, I was passenger
Different
seat.
mirrors. It has body colored, different style mirrors, but it's the same idea. Fiberglass bumpers. Honestly, that's the special one with those weird, like
Side
side pipe looking
exhaust.
things. Yeah, no, they're cool, but I just like the cleaner look of the earlier ones with the.
Mhm.
Hey,
They look smaller.
it looks
These look a little too like,
duded up.
I don't know. Yeah. But actually, it was crazy because I think these had better aero than the C4
Look at how like right here
when it first
from
came
the
out.
middle of the door, it's got so much Shelby coupe.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was what blew me
Muscle.
away. When I was little, I thought like, wow, this thing is fucking awesome. When I was little, like, I used to think it was like the meanest looking thing out there.
Well, it fits with the Jerry Seinfeld rule of cars, which is the more it looks like a toy, the better it is. These look like the Hot Wheels logo, you know, with the fire and the hip and the
Mm.
All my dad
upturn.
did was he got like wider wheels and he lowered it and he got an exhaust for it.
Okay.
That was all he did.
It's
Like,
not
it's
not
totally
great back
stock.
here.
I don't know what's going on there.
It's like a Fiat taillights or something, or like a some other Chevy car.
No,
Those are the taillights.
It's regular
but they're
taillights.
just-
It's missing the
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Upper
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they were like Impala taillights or something.
Yeah. I mean,
don't-
close enough, right?
I don't think that there's
Right.
like I love to shit on Corvettes, but I don't think there's a single year that I wouldn't take.
Mhm.
Yeah, same. I mean, I like them all
these are
for
really
different
cool.
reasons. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know
And
if I'd take a 53, but I might
Mhm.
sell it. But
These
I mentioned
these are still
earlier.
pretty cheap.
yeah,
Mhm.
there's a dude with basically exactly this, and like based upon him cruising around, it's got an LS1 in it, and he just romps around downtown. He looks like he has
Oh, nice.
so much fun, and he's
Yeah.
like kind of got long hair and is like 28.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
Like this is a great looking car.
Right. No, it's not bad looking at all.
What else did you see?
See,
Well, I uploaded like 10 pictures.
ooh,
Oh, hell yeah.
you saw
this is-
Steve
this is-
Jobs.
Right. Yep. But it has a plate Steve Jobs didn't.
Yeah,
I like those wheels.
Like the turbo fan or whatever you call it. Or
Yeah, that's cool.
this is another car you don't see often either. SL55s, I guess.
No, hell no.
don't they have like weird? They pop heads or starve on oil or something, or do you think they just sit in garages waiting for their owner to die,
Bunch of dentists drive these cars from what I know.
waiting to sell
Yeah, I
it
don't-
to Hoovy?
Right.
They're out there. They just went up in value a lot.
Yeah. Supercharged V8.
Yeah.
What else?
Let's see.
I got-
What else? What else?
I got plenty of pictures.
Yeah, so
Wow.
him-
This is like something that P Diddy would drive in like the 90s. I mean,
Yeah,
music
I like
video.
the 20s. I like that they're not. Yeah, I like that they're 20s. Like they're not. Like they're
And-
of the time.
They were definitely very much of a time. And the car in front of it, the blue one, that's the new i4, I think.
That electric sedan.
Yeah, I took a picture of it. I guess I didn't. I guess it must have deleted it on X, but that was the new BMW i4.
Yeah, I've seen a few in person. They're kind of weird.
Hmm.
It's like they're really moving away from the 3-box sedan.
Right.
They're just like little bubbles.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
This
And
next-
it's a hatch, right? It's like a liftback.
It is, yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
I hate to be a curmudgeon, but I guess good. Electric cars, it's good for Earth, but so remember that
Hell yeah.
giant Pacific Islander kid that had one of these at our high school?
No,
He was like,
I might have left already.
yeah,
then.
maybe. I don't remember his name, but he was a large fellow, you know, like 6'4", and
Uh-huh.
kind of yoked. And he's like, my dad let me drive this car today, and he'd drive in this, and then he's like, his dad would drive this most of the time, and then the other half the time he would drive his dad's S500. Like
Oh
19,
no, I don't think I meant this.
what's that 1991 S class, like the Russians?
Well, that was just the one he just showed. It's
Is that what it was?
That's what he just showed. Yeah, it's a
91?
140.
Yeah, 140.
Just the grill was just
Yeah.
changed out.
That's the car.
Yeah, it was like this. Sorry, I thought the other one was an E class. But yeah, he had this and that, and I'm like, damn, your dad either likes movies or is a criminal.
Mhm.
He had great cars.
This guy
cool.
was interesting. This was like a Middle Eastern guy driving this car too. I was surprised.
Well,
He- he's-
850?
what was that?
Is it an 850?
Yeah,
I
That's what I
forget.
think I can read it. I can't. That's awesome. That's so
Enhance.
cool.
Oh, it's a V12.
I always
yeah.
like the little V12 badge on the side.
Yeah.
I had a little V12 badge.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like someone at Mercedes stuck that on there for them. That's very un-BMW of them.
Honestly, the Mercedes one is way cooler though.
It is.
because they
It's
put
on
it
the C pillar too.
They have it on the
Or
C
the B
pillar and
pillar.
they have it on the shift knob.
Right.
That one was
Well-
always really nice.
Well, even on the B pillar on those S coupes.
Yes, that's right. And I think the font looked way cooler than the BMW
Yeah,
one.
the base of the V, or was it the top of the V, was connected to the one, I think.
Yes,
something like that?
that's right.
Let's
It
see.
looked really cool. Just search. Yeah, I guess just
Yeah, see, the V is connected to the one. Okay. Yeah.
It's nice design.
Mhm.
It's got a good symmetry about it. Asymmetrical balance.
so.
Right.
What else we got?
Is that an
Alpina.
Alpina?
It
Oh,
is,
but
yeah.
that's a B. That's like the B10, right? The
Yeah.
5 Series.
Yeah.
That's a 5, whatever. It's like a 4.4.
Yeah. It's like a twin turbo V8, I think.
You got nice Simpsons clouds back there.
It is, yeah.
So
God, I would
That's
hate
a-
to own that thing.
That's down the street from the police station too.
I would hate to own that thing. Just the fucking like the heat generated.
Hmm.
Under, like in
are they
between
still
the V.
like as slapped together as a 1932 Ford made by a 17-year-old in the 50s, or like are they good?
I think they're good if you keep it in a bubble and you get it professionally maintained by someone like they're just not made for American roads, and they're not
Made
really made to last because you like if you're perfect with maintenance, they'll be pretty good. But they still have one or two fundamental flaws, which is fuel pumps tend to go bad because you're operating at a very high pressure, and valve stem seals tend to go bad because there's just so much fucking heat in that engine.
Oh, okay.
I
And then
saw something that it said it was an Alpina, but I never believe like if I
Mm.
see something that says Alpina because I don't know. I just think someone bought a sticker yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Should have gotten a photo.
I think I have a few more after this one.
Wait,
I like the 6 Series Alpina.
DAL BBS.
I don't know what that means. Look at the muffler tip, the exhaust tip.
What the fuck?
Bosu.
that's like 4 or 5 inches across.
See, that's like dangerous. Like that's gonna
Yeah.
kill
Yeah.
somebody.
Some kid's gonna get his
Kill
head
a
stuck in there.
motorcyclist.
We're here,
here
to
to
haul ass and
haul
eat
ass.
cheese, and we're all out of cheese. Ring Brothers.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Check this out. I was walking through a parking lot and
Wow.
Merry
That's
Christmas too.
Were you at church?
No. Oh, no, I was walking through the parking lot, but I wasn't at a church.
Uh-huh.
You know what this reminds me of? The most famous LA car of all time. This guy.
Oh.
Pets are delicious meat.
GraceTruth7.org.
So I went to this website once and he was like, he's from an impoverished nation and he thinks like all the food that we waste on like wiener dogs and
Yeah.
is a waste and we should just be eating them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, cool. Excellent. So I guess
think that's all my pictures, right?
that's it. Yeah.
All right. Y'all got any or?
I do not.
No.
Okay.
It was a whirlwind week for me.
Gotcha. Should we call it there then, I guess?
We shall.
Okay.